I'll say this right now. I'll rat-tat-tat. 1993, game 162, Giants-Dodgers, losing 12-1, win 103 games.
Solomon Torres,
and the Giants were so hot down the stretch. I think they were like 14-3 down the stretch, and Solomon Torres had all 3 losses.
Poor guy.
If I'm not mistaken.
He ended up being a nice closer.
I mean, he did with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a dream season.
They said he was the next Juan Marichal. That was what I was reading in the Chronicle back then, the Sporting Green.
I mean, that team was so fun. Burkett and Swift winning 20 games. Game 6, 2002, Angels World Series.
Yeah,
Bond's last chance.
Felix Rodriguez. Scott Spezia.
I mean, that was as low as it could get.
And Levon Hernandez, going back in time and looking at how battle-tested he was as a playoff performer to lose that Game 7.
Yeah.
It's pretty... A lot of people think Woody should have started, but I think you go down with Levon.
So, actually, you know what? I'm going to take that back. 1993, Game 162. 2011, Niners, the Kyle Williams game.
Bradshaw fumbled.
Yeah, Bradshaw did fumble. He did fumble.
Brett Swain trying to catch passes from Alex
That was
Smith.
as depressed as I could get, and Raider fans were gloating so hard. I remember Big Dog City came by the Bachelor Pad the next day. He goes, boy, some good football on yesterday.
Oh, my God.
Some really good football on yesterday.
What a jerk.
And I was just like, I looked at him. I think I screamed, F you, shut my door, and just left the house. I just couldn't believe it. And then, of course, the Seahawks game, as you just mentioned, because that felt like the end of the Harbaugh era.
Yeah, no doubt. And the way Sherman
gloated,
just put the pie right in your face.
That's tough. That's tough. We got a lot of good ones. What's your top 3 before we get to the lines?
Oh, well, this is, for me, I'll pick one in each sport. So you referenced 93. It's funny. Wasn't that mine? Well, I said that to Joe Spino this morning, but I got to go Game 6. Game 6, 07 is one it's a heartbreaker. There's no question about it. Felix Rodriguez, Scott Spezio. I'm going to go 2011. Ahmed Bradshaw, the Kyle Williams, the way that went down, brutal. And then 2016 Warriors, Game 7. I don't care what anyone says. I know we got KD. I will never, ever get over losing that game.
No, I wasn't even heard about that game.
No, I was furious. I'm still furious.
I swear to God.
It's one of the greatest seasons of all time, and everyone dumps on it because you didn't win that game, and it drives me nuts.
But I understood it. They were running on so many fumes. The fact that we'll get into it. I want to get to the lines. $5 because I want to break that down. And I'll explain why I wasn't that hurt over that game. Part of it was because of Kevin Durant. But I remember leaving that stadium, and I was just like, I got to watch a Game 7 in the Bay Area in NBA basketball with the Golden State Warriors against LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I wasn't as hurt because I realized Steph Curry was basically playing on one leg. No.
Every time I see that highlight montage on ABC, Saturday Night ABC, and I see LeBron block that shot, I'm like, oh, God.
It's tough.
Oh, God.
It's tough.
Oh, I hate him.
It's tough.
Oh, I hate him. No.
It's tough.
I'll never get it. I will never get over it.
No, I get you. I hear you.
It's the same way when I see Derek Fisher's face, I think of him with the finger up coming out in 07.
Yeah.
There are certain moments in life you don't forget. And this is all sports hate, not real hate.
Yeah. Ryan spent $5. He goes, can we please call Joe Lacob and have him buy Acre Steam? Big loss to San Francisco. Big shout out to Acre Brewing. Where the big pockets at. Shout really out. Sad. Ryan, thank you so much. Joe Lacob's got to pay the luxury tax right now. Maybe we can call the Giants. They've been very frugal with their money. Let's go to RJ Fairfield.
What's up, RJ?
What's happening, brother?
What up, Bonte? What's up, Chasky? Hey, I got 3 for y'all, so I'm going to write a cat it. I got the Niners and the Rams. I don't know how, not too long ago, I think it was 21, but we couldn't score more than 17 points against the Rams.
Yeah.
They went off to win the Super Bowl against the Bengals, but we could have, I guarantee we would have beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. I thought that was our death. And then I got the Baltimore Ravens and the Niners. We were 5 yards away from the end zone on taking that lead, and we passed it 4 times. And Frank Gore had that long run and couldn't get it inside, couldn't score that touchdown. If he had just a little bit more juice, we would have took that championship home. And then I got the Chiefs and Niners. That pass from Jimmy. I mean, what can you say? That one hurt. I wanted to beat Mahomes is the best quarterback, and I felt like that was our year. We played good. We were up 10 in the 4th, and we lost it. And I know no lead is safe against Pat Mahomes, but I got another one for you. Sacramento Kings against the Lakers. We were I gave you Chris Webber. We
call.
got robbed against the Lakers.
Good call.
That's all I got to say, Monte.
No, that's a good call, RJ. I'm not mad at you.
He's making me go down memory lane. And you could make an argument. My boy Della was texting me this morning. You could make an argument. The Niners got like 8 heartbreaking losses in your lifetime.
Oh.
Like devastating. Like,
I can't get over
92?
15-13 against the New York Giants. Matt Barr making a field goal. Joe Montana getting hurt.
Yeah.
I cried.
Pepper
because I
Johnson,
remember one of my
Leonard Marshall.
uncles had a three-peat hat on.
Yeah.
He had the three-peat hat on.
My dad's still devastated.
He had the three-peat hat on, and he was like, we're three-peating. And that game was such a grind because earlier that season they beat the Giants on Monday Night Football 7-3.
Yeah,
and what was crazy about that week was both teams had one loss. They had suffered the one loss the previous week. The Giants had lost at Veterans Stadium to the Philadelphia Eagles 31-13. The Niners had lost at Candlestick to the Rams 28-17. Rams had like a 99-yard drive or something like that. And I was at the racetrack watching that Niners game lose.
Oh,
and
you
they
were
were like
on the ponies at 10 years old.
Yeah, I was kind of watching. Uncle Mitch, shout out to Uncle Mitch, rest in peace.
Double down on diamonds.
Uncle Mitch had us out there. But the Niners lost in that week. So there was like, they both have one loss. So one of these teams are going to lose 2 in a row. And you lose that game 15-13. The Niners, they would have beat the Buffalo Bills. They would have beat the Buffalo Bills and be the first team to ever three-peat in the NFL.
I would go to Denny's. That was like the spot. Sizzler and Denny's when I was growing up. Like that was like fine dining, right?
Yeah.
I'm being real with you. Like that's what we could afford.
My college graduation, we had our dinner at Sizzler.
That's what I'm saying. Like Sizzler was the spot, but we went to Denny's, and Denny's used to give you hologram cards.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the hologram cards that I got, and I kept it to this day, even though it pains me, Lawrence Taylor recovering the fumble from Roger Craig.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
That hurts to this day.
Oh, my God.
Bro, I was watching that game during the pandemic, and Madden had a great line there. You see this Bill Belichick? A lot of people want him to be head coach. He's a great one. He had the red Giants jacket, the starter one. That one hurts.
I know.
Dave Beckett was killing the Niners in that game.
Well, 92, the first drive, the hold on Guy McIntyre just etched in my brain.
Oh, the Cowboys.
How about the fumble in the game 95, the year after that, to the Packers, where they just
Adam Walker.
Thank you.
Adam Walker fumbled. They went up 21-0.
Oh my God! He 21-0. Just fumbled out of nowhere.
He had a big cast on his hand. Adam Walker, number 27. That one stunk too. Let's go to Adrian in San Jose. Adrian, what's happening? You're on the roast. Adrian, you there? Going once? All right, Adrian, call back. 888-957-9570. What are 3 losses you just can't get over? Let's go to the night of numbers in Atlanta. The night of numbers. Alex in Atlanta, what's happening?
Hey, guys, how's it going? First loss that I can never get over is Game 6 of the 2002 World Series. I think you guys already talked about it a little bit. You mentioned Felix Rodriguez, but you got to also mention Tim Worrell giving up a home run himself and 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah.
Nen was besides that. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like Nen's shoulder was shot. Tim Worrell was very important.
Tim Worrell had a good year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, but let's see what else. The Kyle Williams game has to be up there for me too.
Oh my God.
Just because of the fact that Harbaugh kept letting him go back there to field punts after the first fumble. I was like, what are you doing?
How about when the camera kept panning to him on the sideline, and he's like, I didn't touch it. It's like, dog, we're all watching. It touched you like 3 times.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And then number 3 has got to be the 2019 NBA Finals Game 6, because I mean it felt like the end of everything, at least the Kevin Durant era, and then that was the last game at Oracle too. You had to go out on a heartbreaking loss like that.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. That's a good call. Thanks for the call, Alex. Those are all 3 good ones. I see we got a special guest on the line.
There's a lot of Sizzler talk.
A lot of Sizzler talk going on. Sizzler be hidden.
We used to go there, and like they had the kid buffet area, and we would all pretend to be under a certain age.
All day.
You know what I'm talking about?
All day, under 16.
My mom one time, my brother had stuffed all the candy corn into his pocket, and she washed the pants, and it was just like a brick of candy corn washed into my brother's pants because he would just stuff all the.
Those Sundays used to hit.
Bro, we would go straight to the Sunday thing. I wouldn't even eat.
Did he had the tacos, the great taco shells?
Salad bar was off the hook.
Oh, dude, it was the fried chicken at Sizzler.
Oh,
we had our pregame meal.
Shrimp.
Big Dog City front office and we had our pregame meal before we watched USC Texas in the Rose Bowl at Sizzler.
Another
we would always go that game.
I'm still mad at Pete Carroll for not doing the QB spy on that game.
Oh my gosh!
Don't even start me. That's another game.
That's one of the best football games
of all time.
Best sporting events. It got hyped up so much, it actually lived up to the hype.
It might be better than that.
That game was incredible.
It really was.
Incredible.
It really was. And then him in the corner,
and
putting his hand.
you knew he was running to the right pylon. He loved that right pylon.
Who was the doctor whose kids were playing?
Dr. Ting. The Ting brothers.
Like, can one of you make a play?
No, they couldn't make a play.
This was back in my gambling days.
Frosty Rucker.
Oh, Frosty
Looked
Rucker.
like an elephant jumped on his back.
Frosty Rucker.
Darnell
He was a Raider.
He was a
Raider
Raider.
legend.
Raider legend.
He's random on social. He likes Jade's post about like dogs and like Oakland hashtags. It's
What? Oh my
yeah, I
gosh.
swear to God. Yeah.
There's some
Frosty
really,
Rucker.
there's some
What a
really
name.
good ones here. There's some really good ones here on YouTube. Tamir, what up, Tamir in Oakland? 2000 AFC Championship game, Raiders Ravens. Tony Saragusa.
The belly flop heard around the world.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp running out the Raiders defense, 88 yards.
That's such a good one.
That's a tough loss
Hey,
for
the
you
Raiders
guys.
have some heartbreaking ones.
Wow, David Douglas, 92 NLCS. Sid Bream.
Oh.
Francisco Cabrera.
The 5.5 hole, the 6.5 hole, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's one of the all-time worst moments in Barry Bonds' career
Oh
to
my
this
gosh.
day.
Didn't he just lay on the grass?
Oh, I felt horrible for the guy.
That was his last game as a Pirate, right?
Uh-huh.
Or was it the next year?
No, he left right after that.
They lost back-to-back Game 7s against the Braves.
Dude, I can name that entire team. Andy Van Slyke, Bobby Bonilla, Jeff King.
Jose Lynn.
Oh, yeah, Jose Lynn.
Jay Bell.
Orlando Merced.
Jay Bell.
Yeah, Jay Bell. And then Rafael Belliard, I believe, went from Pittsburgh to the Braves.
Yeah.
Ah, God,
Otis Nixon.
Yeah, Otis
Doug
Nixon.
Drabeck. Come on, dude. They were sick.
John Smiley.
John Smiley.
Can I give
Dude,
you
they
a
were
lefty?
sick. They were
Zane
sick.
Smith?
Zane Smith. They were sick. Who's the catcher? What was
Not
the catcher's
Lavaroni.
name?
It was
Not Lavaroni.
Lavelle.
It's Lavelle or something like that.
Yeah, it was Lavelle.
They had a classic game. I remember in a series, they had a classic game where they beat the Braves 1-0. And I think it was Drabeck who just dealt. I mean, he was shoving. Damn.
How about Jose Cruz Jr. dropping the ball down the line?
I'm telling you what.
I know we lost Game 6 in the World Series the year prior, but losing that series is one of the all-time, like, we went wire to wire in the NFC West, or the NL West, excuse me, and the Gold Glove winner dropped the ball in right field.
Yeah, no, it was Game 3 he did, and then Game 4 they're down 5-0. They come back from 5-0. I left the house. I quit on the Giants. When it was 5-0. I went to go buy a Metro PCS phone. Swear to God. I was
Best
out.
$20 you could buy.
Dude, it was like $50 and I was broke, but whatever. Got the phone. I come back home. I was depressed. I was like, Giant season's over. They just had the best record. And my little cousin Jesse Streeter was like, they came back. He's like, the door. I'm like, we'll open the damn door. Let's go. And I run in. I was like, these suckers came back. And then Felix Rodriguez comes into the game. And he gave up 2 right away. And JT Snow took the widest turn around third base.
And one roided out Pudge just stood there.
I've talked to Rich Aurelia about it. He almost ripped my head off just talking about it. I could see the veins popping out of his head because he was on deck.
Well, that 0-3 team also was relying on Jason Schmidt, and Jason Schmidt didn't pitch twice in that series.
Yeah, I know.
And to this day, if you bring that up, he will find you on Twitter, even if he doesn't follow you, and he will comment about how he was hurt. I'm like, I don't care if you were hurt, dog. Rob Ned lost his shoulder.